Hello, welcome to this edition of Sterling Arsenal's function test. This week we received a trial sample of Rand CLP, and we thought it would be a good idea to try it out against our favorite locally made here in Ashburn, the CLP, FIREClean. We use FIREClean in just about everything, suppressors in particular. They do a great job of coating the metal to prevent fouling, as well as enhanced lubricity. Rand makes similar claims. Price points on these are disparate. Rand is about $8 MSRP. FIREClean is about $16. We're going to run both of them on our Sterling Arsenal custom shop bolt carriers and bolts. Both are new. These are carbon steel chromed, both inside and out, all the firing pins and cam bolts and bolts as well. We'll see how that runs. We're going to pay particular attention to the area near the gas rings that do tend to foul up pretty well. On our bolt carriers, it's not quite as bad because they are chromed, so they tend to not stick as badly as phosphate carriers. And we'll be shooting an M16. It's a full auto Sterling Arsenal built converted gun, which we use for testing purposes periodically, and with a T Customs Fat Boy suppressor. All right, let's run it. All right, we're getting started here. Get ready to run our test. Making sure everything's locked in and tight. We're going to run FIREClean first. We're going to run two 30 round mags through it. Fire when ready, George.
Firing! Fire!
Next mag. Back, we're going to run the Rand CLP now. Again, 60 rounds, full auto.
Fire!
Clear. Next mag. Gotta love how our rifles just hold point of aim, even full auto. And that's it. We'll be right back to see the results. Thank you. Okay, we're back here seeing the results. On the left we have the FIREClean carrier, and on the right we have the Rand CLP unit. Both appear to be got some carbon on them, but it looks like it will very easily just wipe off. Which is dirtier? Top looks like you got a little bit less on the FIREClean side. So let's open them up, see where we're at. Let's do the FIREClean first. Nice and snug as we like it. And first, inspect the firing pin. There's always a nice bit of carbon on this edge here, where you could usually, with FIREClean, just wipe that off without even adding any more. This is a dry cloth we're using. So with FIREClean and a fingernail, without adding any additional cleaning lube or anything, it's pretty much, you know, what you would typically find on a clean part. Cam bolt, I expect the same thing. Again, pretty wipe right off. And then the bolt itself. Look at the bolt face here. Bolt face wipe right off. And then for the big test, Our favorite difficult piece here.
I'll see you guys later.
Again, that's what we usually expect out of FIREClean. Even on a new bolt, is just a fingernail and a cloth can work a lot of that carbon right off. Applying more FIREClean to it, letting it sit for a few moments will result in that probably just dissolving off on its own. The carrier itself, you're able to wipe that pretty much all off and throw it back in the gun. Let's move over to the Rand. Check the firing pin. And it's also comes off relatively easily. Bolt cam. Looks as good as new. And back to our bolt. Let's go with the bolt face. Pretty clear. Then on the rings, a little more cakey here. Gonna really dig into it. And that's really where your high degree of compression and carbon is coming in from the gas tube. And it looks like we are able to get some of it off, but not quite as well with FIREClean. Let's go back to the FIREClean bolt and do a little bit more wiping here. In the meantime, we'll put some Rand CLP on there. The Rand CLP is a little bit more gold in color and a little gooier than the FIREClean. And still finding a little bit more time to get most of that off. These were, like I said, new bolt carriers, new bolts. They weren't pre-coated with either of the lubes for too long. We find that when they are pre-coated, the FIREClean is even easier to remove the carbon than what we're seeing right here. And that's pretty much all gone. Let's go back to the Rand. And a little more is coming off, but definitely going to need to put a bit of brush on this. Or either that or soak a little bit longer. And that's pretty much it. Final observations. Paying more for the FIREClean. Probably a little bit more testing is probably recommended here, probably with some false fate bolt carriers, some standard mil-spec carriers. Obviously, our bolt carriers in and of themselves are already resistant to fouling and are matched to our gun. So it's not a question of function at this point in the cleaner. It's really looking at which one protects better and provides the degree of lubricity required to run the gun properly. That's it for now. Thank you very much.